I'm just really busy, okay?
So listen, buddy, this is a little more involved than I thought it would be. The sheer brutality of his warfare is indescribable. He's wiping out entire cities and using hostages as human shields. I'd hate to think of what he could do if we don't stop him.
How can I help?
I've composed the song. I need you to help me broadcast it from station W161. Think you can do that?
That sounds easy enough.
Sure. If you think fending off armed guards, seizing control of an antenna, and defending your life is easy. Yeah, it's a walk in the park.
Well, if it was too easy, it wouldn't be any fun now, would it?
I cannot emphasize this enough. You'll need to broadcast the entire song, from start to finish. We only get one shot at this. Make it count.
Got it.
You're aces, champ. Thank you. Hey, you slugger. These days, I'm never sure who I can trust, but you really came through for me today. I think the outcasts have all the intel they need. Thank you.
My pleasure. Hopefully, Captain Savage won't threaten Infinity or its citizens anymore.
One for the good guys. The cavalry has been called. I can sleep easier for now.
What's the deal between you and Savage?
Before I was a musician, I was an embedded journalist. While I was on assignment, I met Lacey. She was working for Sentinel at the time. We watched as Savage torched an entire village. We saw whole families skinned alive. I still have nightmares over it. Anyway, he and his goon squad bribed their way out of the charges. Government officials would just turn a blind eye. One day, Lacey and I... You know what? Maybe that's a story for another time.
I understand completely. I'm gonna follow up with the cavalry, but if you need anything else, let me know.
Sure thing, pal.
Alright, so I'm back at base. I cleared everything almost on the map. I got a little bit of gold gear on the other side. I just need the vest, the pants, and the helmet to level up. Now 116, so I'm still be able to complete more main missions. So let's see what we can get.
Walk me through this Titan program. It has to be a target, right?
I mean, it's a secret Skell project on Golem Island. What more do you need to know?
Any idea what they do there? What would make it a priority threat?
I don't know. You have to understand, the Jace Skell I know would have considered a killer robot beneath him. He's a genius, sure, but when I came to work for him, it was because he was revolutionizing technology. Then, after Project Amiga ramped up, the work changed. He seemed to change too.
Fine, but what was he so afraid of that super robots were the answer? Is there some major city that needs protecting against mutated fire-breathing dinosaurs?
Look, I've been asking myself that question every day since I left. If I were to hazard a guess, and this is purely speculation on my part, but I have to imagine that the program slipped into Walker's hands somehow. Maybe he and the Wolves took the lead on it. But I can't really give you any insight into fighting whatever they're making. That said, if the robots are Skells, they could eventually be the most devastating weapon this world has ever known. So yeah, I'd say they're a priority threat.
Nomad, how are you?
Missing the comforts of home. Otherwise, not bad.
Don't let those comforts control you. Listen, I've been tied up with some personal business, so I was hoping you would do me a favor.
Sure, what's up?
Rumor has it some old dog tags turned up just west of Howard Port. Fellow who discovered them said he found them on a skeleton out in the woods by a bombed-out old truck. He didn't want to disturb the remains out of respect. Thing is, I think they belong to a Cold War buddy of mine. Cal was a good soldier, and an even better friend. He saved my life half a dozen times. It's sad we lost touch over the years, and well, I'd just really like to know what happened.
I get it. We've both buried our share of friends. I'll check it out.
I suggest searching just north of Groves Pond. Shouldn't be too tough to find. It's near Gordon Slough over in the Sinking Country province.
I'm on it. Mads, did the folks from the beach make it back?
You mean the survivors? I knew some of the people on that boat since they were babies. I saw them take their first steps.
I did my best.
Your best. We were supposed to have a ship. Marines. And all we got were bodies washing up on the shore and some grunt twisting in the wind.
Mads, this grunt did save a whole lot of us. My daughter, it's not a small thing.
I know. But it ain't enough. Not with these odds.
This isn't over. I found my friend Sergeant Major Hill. We've got a plan to go after Jace Skell. If we can stop him, take control over the drones.
Hold on. You think Jace is behind this? You're wrong. He's a good guy and my best friend. Sentinel took over the island. Follow me. I have evidence.
Well, I got more immediate problems. My people have to prepare for the long haul. You gonna lend a hand?
All right. But finding Skell is my priority. All right, Fox. What have you got?
I'm telling you, Jace is not behind this. Someone on the inside, he sent me the video of the guy in charge of Sentinel.
That surf on the south coast looks rough as shit.
Don't curse.
Seriously?
Stone is gonna find any employee who curses?
Ask him yourself.
Captain Gibson, Captain Coleman. That's the two soldiers I wanted to see. Mr. Stone. Operation Citadel is an outstanding success. No communication of any kind is leaving or coming into the island. The drone perimeter is active. And while Miss Fury is out there winning hearts and minds, you lot are going to root out the troublemakers. Captain Coleman, I want those homesteaders under control.
There's a cutting-edge technology that I'd like to exploit.
Sounds perfect. Captain Gibson, take care of that terrorist bomber and those outcasts of hers. And we know there ain't many left. But they're in your AO. Find them. Squash them.
Sir, are the holding facilities complete?
I said squash them, not capture. Don't y'all just love being in the South Pacific? The way the ocean breeze carries that scent of jasmine reminds me of Savannah. Now, y'all enjoy yourselves out there. If you see a ghost from one of those choppers, shoot on sight.
Clearly, Jace is not behind it.
Look, even if only Sentinel's behind this, it means your pal lost control of Aroa. He sank that cargo ship, and I still have to find him. He's the only one who'll know what to do.
Fine. Screw it. He has a villa hidden in the hills. The door code is 120386. Just give him a chance. That's all I ask.
How did you and Skell end up working together?
I was a theoretical mathematics researcher at UC San Diego. I wrote a couple of articles that got published, and Skell liked them, and he asked me to come do R&D on a DNA-based computer he was working on. He's been funding my work ever since.
Sounds like you two really clicked.
Yeah, well, it's hard not to like him. He's a visionary. He sees problems, and he just goes after them, gets the greatest minds together, and solves them in ways we never thought possible. He's not afraid of anything.
Maybe if he had a little more fear, we wouldn't be in this mess.
Please. Skell is a great man, a generational figure. He can't be held responsible for the petty ambitions of corrupt men.
Who sent you the video?
I have no idea.
If they're sending it to you, that can't be random. It must be someone you know.
In all my work here, I've dealt with hundreds of people. It could be anyone. It was sent to me on a secret email account using self-erasing protocol that gets rid of any identifying information.
If it's a secret email account, then who knew about it?
It wasn't that secret. I mean, anyone who monitored my online activity could have found it. Look, whoever is sending it doesn't want to be found. Just leave them alone. I don't want to start any rumors. I've seen rumors destroy people before, and I don't want to see it again.
How's Harmony holding up?
I don't know. She acts like everything is fine, but I worry about the long-term effects of staying here.
She's tough.
She's under so much stress. The shock of everything must be hard on her. I thought I was bringing her to paradise. The Schultzes are very kind, but Erewhon is no place for her. Not with all the fighting and the violence.
Listen, kids are tougher than you think. You did what you thought was right. If she doesn't understand that now, she will one day. For now, all you can do is keep her safe.
Thanks, Nomad. I hope you're right.
What does her mom think of all this?
She left us a few years ago. She ran off with some... It doesn't matter. I'm all Harmony has left.
Just try to stay strong for her. She's gonna need you to get through this. Ads. Fox got some video footage from inside Scaltech.
Who's sending him videos?
He's cagey about that. But the footage was of Trey Stone and his captains. He ordered him to come after the homesteaders.
You're nothing but good news, ain't you? What have we ever done to Stone and his goons? Remember how I asked you to lend a hand? I was serious about that. Seems more important than ever. Come by often, always work to be done. I ain't a rich man, but I'll give you gear for your troubles.
I will. Don't worry.
Here you go.
How's the quarantine?
It's like trying to outrun a mudslide. As soon as we get someone in, 2 more people start showing symptoms. Layla and Kyle are both in now. I'm a Marine nomad. Once a warrior. I should have brought the fight to Sentinel when we still could.
No way you could have seen this coming. Any word on Ballard?
We just got word he was transferred to a new gene therapy lab.
I'll bring him in. He made this thing, he's our only hope to destroy it. You just keep outrunning that mudslide.
Will do. Good luck, Nomad.
How are your people holding up?
A lot of people are catching this bug. They're starting to run out of space. Soon the infected are gonna outnumber the rest of us.
Ballard is gonna find a cure.
Homesteaders have always lived close to the ground. We've always been able to thrive in Aroa. This outbreak is the stuff of my nightmares.
That Ballard is some kind of genius.
Is that what you call a mad scientist? Who in this world does things like that?
Mads.
I understand he's trying to fix an impossible situation, but this situation wouldn't exist if it wasn't for people like him. Skell and his drones, Ballard and his viruses. What the hell was Ballard doing creating viruses anyway?
Gene therapy. Doctors have been using the technology since the 1970s to treat diseases like muscular dystrophy, cystic fibrosis, Alzheimer's.
Oh. Well, I didn't know that. My grandfather had Alzheimer's.